answer some of the typical questions that we are getting from our clients during all the discussions we've been having for these years. So I kind of gathered the presentation under these three main questions, and I'm hoping to give you an answer on all of these issues during the presentation. So we'll cover the kind of a first thing is which problems can I solve with predictive deal scoring. So to get an idea of where and how can this kind of a solution help our clients. And then a typical question for us is, so, okay, what do I need to get started? Where do I have to go? How much data and things like that? So we can tackle that issue as well. So to give you an idea, so where do you need to be in order to fully benefit from having this type of solution at your use? And then kind of the practical side of things. So if I use this kind of a solution, so how does it support all of my daily work and my daily doings? So this is it. And before we get to the actual deal scoring part, I just wanted to highlight a couple of slides very quickly. So to give you an idea of the total data platform or the sales data platform solution that we have in our offer. So first of all, data integrations. So regardless of what kind of marketing automation or sales tools, CRM, ERP systems, and different channels and all the stuff that you kind of use for your sales and marketing, all of that can be easily integrated into our platform. Then on top of that, we help our clients to kind of cover the entire sales and marketing funnel, which we like to call full funnel. So we can do analytics on where do our leads come from, how many MQLs are we creating each month, how much do we actually benefit, how much does our sales benefit from the leads coming from marketing, and so forth. So following the kind of entire client acquisition funnel from the very beginning to do the closed deals and so forth. But that leads me to our actual agenda today, which is the predictive deal scoring, which is a part of our predictive capabilities that we also offer in the same platform solution. So in a nutshell, what is predictive deal scoring? It's a methodology that digs into your existing CRM data. So we look at your existing sales data and we train the algorithms to kind of look for patterns that are mutual to won and lost, or that kind of separate won cases from lost cases. So what are the kind of patterns that are kind of the same for winning cases and the same for losing cases? So we can actually train the algorithm to look at the incoming sales opportunities, and based on the existing data, then bring up scoring for all the sales opportunities in your pipeline. So the scoring basically means how likely are your sales opportunities going to end up buying something from you. So we create a score between 0 to 100, indicating the likelihood of each specific deal to finally close during the sales period. Sorry. From the client perspective, so what does it actually do for me? In which kind of situations or what kind of pain points does this type of solution help me to deal with? First of all, focus. So you have a good idea looking through your pipeline, all the sales opportunities in different stages of the pipeline. Where do I focus? Where do I put my effort on? So thinking, for example, the old 80-20 rule. So most likely 20% of our clients bring us roughly 80% of our revenue or of our profits. So it makes sense to focus on those clients, and it also makes sense to focus on those deals that we are most likely to win. The other part The second thing that I wanted to mention is kind of keeping track on your opportunities through the pipeline, so that you don't get into a situation where you have so many deals and opportunities to handle that you kind of lose the traction, or you lose the track of different opportunities in your pipeline, which can cause delays. And anyone who's been doing business to business sales knows that delays are not good. So you have to kind of act quickly and promptly and kind of lead the client through the sales cycle as fast as possible, so you don't risk losing the case and kind of making the opportunity colder and colder during as long as time goes by. Then from the kind of a sales management perspective, it's good to know which deals and sales representatives need your support or coaching. For example, you can have a look at things before your team meetings or before your one-to-one meetings, and get a good understanding of, okay, what are the opportunities that I should focus on and ask about, and maybe even help the sales team to kind of focus on those deals and put my own effort into it as well as a director. Then looking at the entire pipeline, so that's one really good benefit from a solution like this, is to kind of get a good understanding of gaps and weaknesses in your pipeline. So where to kind of focus, and does it look healthy enough? I mean, do I have enough good opportunities in different stages of the pipeline so that I can kind of get things moving steadily and fast all the time without having gaps in sales and things like that can delay your growth as a business. Okay, in terms of I promised to kind of touch the point, or the thing that what is basically needed in order for you to be able to fully exploit a solution like this. Obviously, and that's unfortunate, but yes, you do need to have enough sales to begin with. So if you don't have enough any sales data available from the beginning, it's basically impossible to start doing this type of analysis. You need to have a kind of a starting sales funnel and enough sales that you've already been closing and winning and also not winning, so that we can start training the algorithms to fully exploit the data. In terms of how much data, then, well, there are different. Let's put it like this. The big players, Salesforce, Microsoft, and HubSpot, they all have their own similar solutions available at certain levels of their service, and they talk about numbers between 100 to 500 cases to begin with. Now that seems like a fair enough starting point. So you definitely want to have more than a couple tens of cases, easily 100 cases. Our studies that we've been doing with clients have, for example, included 1,000 sales cases for 3 to 4 year period, looking back in the sales funnel. So there's no clear one answer, but you need to definitely have more than a couple of dozen cases to get going. And in a sense, you also need to have a kind of a stable product and market, or established products and markets. So if you're still looking into market fit and kind of changing your products or services and changing your target market all the time, then you really can't start grasping and using this kind of a solution. Because again, it needs enough data and stability to be functioning. But other than that, if the sales data is available, basically all you need to do is the simple thing: log into our platform, give us access to your CRM data. We get a token from you automatically once you click a couple of buttons, and then we open the APIs and actually start ingesting your CRM data and making the training and the analysis. And at the same time, we automatically create a custom field in your CRM that will be the place where the scores are then delivered back once the algorithm is up and running. And so that basically, once you have enough data, couple of clicks, and let's say that you're good to go. Of course, there's a training of the algorithm involved here, so which is a part of the benefit of our solution is that we train the algorithm individually for each client so that it takes into account the specific data points that are driving your sales success in your own business. So it's in that sense it's more tailored to your own needs than the typical plug and play solutions that are offered by the big players. But other than that, like I said, it's a simple thing to get started. So no big IT investments or big scenarios needed, or no need to wait for large projects to finish. Just let us get started, basically. In terms of the outcome, then, what can you expect from a solution like this? What do we deliver to you? Obviously, the deal scores, like I mentioned before, so the likelihood of each opportunity to convert into a one deal, 0 to 100, like I said. We help you in terms of ranking the opportunities in your pipeline. So regardless of the status of the opportunity, every stage of your pipeline will be categorized or ranked according to the deal scores, and we can do it like typical hot, warm, and cold, or color coding, or things like that. Will be easy to kind of visualize and have a clear understanding of which parts of my funnel or sales pipeline do I focus, and which deals do I start working each day. And then the additional analysis, which is something I really emphasize a lot here. You get more than the numbers, you get more than the rankings, you get an understanding of what drives your sales, because we do it tailored for you and for your pipeline specifically. So you get a good understanding of factors that are influencing the scores, what drives the sales mostly in my own business, what things do we kind of learn between the salespeople, between our sales team, or different products or different markets. So you can start doing benchmarking and getting a deeper understanding of what makes your sales in a sense. So a lot of additional analysis added by working with a solution like deal scoring. Couple of kind of good real world use cases that I also wanted to bring up here, because like I mentioned, or I think I mentioned earlier, you can kind of look at this from two perspectives: the end users, the team members, or the head of sales team. And if you think about it from the sales team members' point of view, well, okay, like I said, you get a daily update on how my deals or opportunities are ranking, where do I put my focus on. But more and more, you can actually build on this and start monitoring your targets against your pipeline that is score validated. You can look at your expected revenue. You can start pushing that and looking at the KPIs like win rates. So you can combine all this additional data analysis into the scoring and build upon the scoring solution to get even more and more guidance throughout your sales processes. And talking about processes, you can also start using automated notifications. So you get a notification when scores in your sales pipeline change and they reach a certain threshold value, or they go from positive to negative, or vice versa, that the trend changes. So you can start getting this kind of an automation system into your sales as well, data behind it, and systematically using the data. So really becoming a data-driven sales team. From the sales head point of view, or the director's point of view, a lot of our clients have been kind of looking this as a way to sort of estimate the pipeline, predict the pipeline better than previously. So you can have like this colored heat map analysis for different parts of your pipeline, so you can easily have a glance of how is my pipeline doing. Are there any gaps? Are we reaching our targets at the moment? How far away are we? Are we ahead of our targets? What is the kind of estimated overall won revenue from the pipeline coming month, coming quarter, any time period that you want to look ahead, so you can get a good understanding of what can I expect from my sales pipeline. And of course, like I mentioned before, coaching and helping your sales team, so you have a good eye on where to put your focus on and which cases to look after, and ask around, how are we doing with this client? How is this case moving on? Do you need any help from me? Do you need any support from me going forward? So everyone kind of feels good and systematic about working with sales once you start following this kind of approaches and this kind of predictive analytics capabilities. Okay, then to kind of summarize what I've been saying in a nutshell, what are the kind of end benefits of using this kind of solution? So focus on right deals, insight on what works. You get the option to have automation in your sales, and also you get this kind of a more accurate revenue projection potential from the calculating potential from your pipeline. And this, I think, was pretty much what I wanted to share with you today. Please do ask for a demonstration. I'll be more than happy to arrange it to you and give you a kind of a understanding of what's under the hood and how does this kind of the data science part of it work, and how does the workflow look like, and how to actually use this kind of tool in more detail. So here are my contact details, and please do get in touch, and hope to see you again next time in the following webinar. There's definitely going to be a May webinar, so keep your eyes and ears open for that. And thanks for today, and hope to see you again in the future. Bye bye.